Yo, welcome to the Ashy Boy podcast number 4. Let's go. Massive love tonight. Massive love. All right. I want those subs to go up. I want everything to go up on my YouTube because you got to respect that, So first off, let's talk about a major shout out to the beasts of Lockie Hara and Evan. They both deserve a lot of love. Please follow their podcast, The Being Human Show and Post Nut Clarity. Awesome content. They're great guys. They love me and they respect me, and hopefully I get to meet them in person one day and we can do a big collab together, as well as we'll bring Dill and Jamo and Dylan, of course. A massive collab. 6 boys all doing podcasts to make people happy and make people express themselves in a very, very epic way. So, and also I'm going to leave in my subscription, all right, which I mean description. Why I'm getting my words confused, I don't know. Leave it down. I'm going to leave down in the description. I'm going to leave Lockie Evans' Twitch, so please hit him up on Twitch. He would love that very much. He wants to show his gaming skills, and he wants people to hit him up in the comment section because he is a very, very epic person and deserves all the love. He's a Collingwood supporter and he loves his Maggie Pies, so yeah, go Lockie, love him. So first off, let's talk about the most amazing, massive ace, legendary person in the world. It's Romy's birthday today, so shout out to Romy. Wherever you are, hopefully you're having very nice food and you're smashing down the alcohol and the Woolworths cakes because they do the best cakes. Cheap cakes, by the way, cheap cake. And also, she did send in some stuff, but I'm going to talk about that stuff later because I want to talk about how I met her, how favourite memories and shit like that. So I'll talk about that. Alright, so it was June of 2019, and then I was kind of struggling with my life, and I didn't really have any best friends. And then her sister popped up in my DMs and started to flirt. And then I didn't want to reciprocate, but then I was so desperate. But her sister was just using me, so yeah. That's all I'm going to say for that. And then yeah, I started talking to Romy, and then from that day on we just kicked off, and that's how our friendship started. And our friendships has just been beautiful as ever, and I mean I love her to bits, honestly, and she did a really good pose like that. Yeah, she did a really good pose. And she really appreciated me. She was the first person to call me an ace. She was the first person to call me a legend. And she also ice skates, so any ice skaters out there, please hit her up, please. All the ice skaters in the world. And yeah, she loves chatting. I like calling her. She's an absolute beautiful girl. Yeah, probably one of the hottest girls in the world, to be honest. Like, you can't. If you got Romy in your life, then all is well. You're gonna live till 110. So, and also, guys, during that time, chatted a lot. Kind of had a crush, but we're like best friends. We're very close friendship. And then through her, I met her best friend, Sienna, and she's a legend and a massive ace as well. they're pretty much twins because they say the same stuff all the time. But yeah, Romy's so special. One time in 2019, where she put up something just before Christmas, and I cried. I cried over a TikTok, and it was like the first TikTok that I ever cried to. It was an ice skating one, and she was doing this like massive twirl, and she was doing her spinning moves. She was flexing, and I was crying. I could not stop crying for like probably 4 to 5 minutes. It was that powerful, and I loved that. And that's when I felt like a emotional connection in the friendship. And then 2020 goes by, and we're still chatting, still hitting up the DMs. And then March and April rolls around, and COVID happened. And then for the first time, I got a house party call for my birthday with her and Sienna, and that was very epic. And I honestly loved that so much. And like one of the best moments of that year was that phone call. She had like a headache, really bad headache that day, which really sucked. Always gonna remember. She had a towel on her head. That was how bad the headache was. And then it was her birthday, and I did a massive shout out on a story. I did bloody Snapchat. I did bloody TikTok. You got to do all the social media platforms. Just not Facebook. Fuck Facebook. And yeah, did a lot of love. And she responded, "Thank you so much, legend." And that was really sweet. And we just keep on chatting, we're just keeping on chatting. And then December came around, and we're both kind of feeling shit around the same time. I was thinking, oh, what am I going to do in my life? Romy was like, why am I in Melbourne? I wish I was in a state that didn't have a lockdown. We were both feeling it, Both felt like crying, but both felt like miserable pieces of crap. And then, yeah, afterwards, this year's just gone up and up and up and up, and it's just gone better. And we've had a few phone calls, and we chat about a lot of shit, and we talk about a lot of stuff. We're very open with each other. We can talk about anything. There's no bullshit involved, and we're just a very lovely, best friendship in the world, Best friendship in the world. It's like that moment when you feel like, oh, this person I want to be with the rest of my life. I want to be friends with her for the rest of my life. I want to have a relationship with her for the rest of my life. That was the feeling. So I'm just a very lucky person, and I love you, Romy. I hope you have a lovely and beautiful day, and you absolutely deserve the best, because you're a gorgeous, caring, honest, empathetic, and brutally a badass person. A brutal badass. You're gonna wreck all the essays, you're gonna wreck all of them. And yeah, Romy's just that beautiful person that always gonna remember. And people need to find that person so they can cherish forever. And once you find that person, your life is gonna just change for the better. So Romy sent in some questions, which I'm going to talk about. So the first one that I asked her is, why does she call everyone bro? And she just said, I call everyone bro. I don't know, lol. That's her response, quoted by Romy. So to say bro, it's pretty good. Like, hey bro, what's up? Yeah bro, Eshay. Yeah bro, I'm gonna hit the bongs. That sort of feeling keeps you going, Instead from saying, yeah, I'm good, you say, yeah bro, I'm fucking lit, bruv. I'm a fucking Eshay, bruh. Like, it's fucking good, cunt. Sorry about that, I was got a bit carried away. But yeah, I love saying bro. I've gotten into saying bro. I love saying legend. I love saying ace. They're all good words. It's good for the soul, it's good for the heart, it's good for the immune system, it's good for your bones, it's good for your ligaments, it's good for the minerals. It's like taking your vitamins every day. Like when you go out in the sun, you're taking your vitamin C, right? Vitamin C, vitamin D, etc. You're taking your vitamins. And that's going to make you more happy and make you express yourself in a very, very sexy way and very epic way. And that is why it's so beautiful and amazing. And you know, when I do this podcast, I write down my notes, but I just write down short sentences or just the points I want to talk about. I don't do script, right? If you're that person in the comment section saying, "Oh, you're fucking scripted," you're fucking scripted. You scripted your whole podcast. Well, you can get fucked, mate. Like, my podcast is real. And it hits the soul. Really hits the soul. Deep. Deep. Very deep. Let's talk about dogs and cats. Well, cats can get fucked, except for the Geelong. Geelong cats are the best, but every other cat sucks. Dogs are way better. They have a way more personality. They love humans. They always come up to you and they want a pat. They just want some love. And people that mistreat dogs can get fucked and deserve to go on death row or something, because dogs are lovable creatures and their way of life is to be with humans and to be looked after and be your best friend, really, in the family, you know. So dogs, alpha, cats, beta, mice, gamma, get fucked mice. So yeah, now I'm going to make sure that I've spoken about my topics. So I know I've done Romy's birthday, my favourite memories of her, yes, all the chats. Calling everyone bro is good advice. Dogs and cats, you know, short segment. Now, I really want to touch on Lockie Evans because he's a mad lad. He's in lockdown at the moment, same as Romy, but he's on that Twitch and he needs to get his following up. So I'm going to leave his Twitch thing, his link in the description below so that you can hit him up, follow it, and you can play games with him, hopefully. So Lockie's Twitch in the bag. You know, you gotta respect bloody Lockie. He's a mad cunt, you know. He's a mad boy. Yeah. Alright, let's do the big segment. Awesome shit and hot and spicy moment of this week. Awesome moment of this week was going to Freo. Going to Freo is one of the best places in the world, and if anyone is not from Australia and is not from Perth, please come to Freo. It is the vibe. You know, you go there, you have a walk around, you get your boost juice or coffee or chai latte, that's what everyone bloody gets in Freo. You go down the foreshore or you go down South Freo. Don't go near East Freo. You go South Freo or you go near the foreshore. Honestly, they have the best fish and chips in the world. I love it there. They've even got a varsity. So if you know from the some of the previous videos of Jamo Dylan, they did a that chicken hot and spicy chicken bloody quiz thing. They had to answer questions, and then if they got it wrong, they had to chow down some bloody hot chicken, which they were all dying from, and they were crying and they were dying in the inside. So check that video, it's bloody amazing. And yeah, it was an amazing day, beautiful skies. It was like 22, 23, beautiful day, and you can't get any better than that. Shit moment was that email I get, and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get sued, but I had a bad email that I got received in my iCloud, and it wasn't good. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to talk about it. Hot and spicy moment was having dinner out on a Friday with my mum, love my mum, and I did drink my first alcohol beverage in a month, which was a spritzer. And spritzer, it's very good, it's very nice. You know, it's very, very good drink, and I love it. I love it so much. It's one of the best drinks I ever had, similar to a cocktail. And then I had fettuccine with some seafood stuff in it, and sauce and cheese on top. It was bloody amazing. It was the best dinner for a while. So that's my hot and spicy, awesome and shit moment of the week. All right. So, in popular demand, there's a new segment coming in to the Ashy Boy podcast. And that review is beer reviews. Now, I would say a middleweight drinker. I don't drink that much, but I drink to a good standard, alright? If you want to have beer and you're out clubbing, you're out with your mates, you're having a house party, could you please drink Great Northerns? Great Northern beers are so alpha, and I know you're going to say in the comment section, oh, it's a dad's drink. 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 Well, okay, it might be. I've seen it on the ads, but it's bloody good. I love my Great Northerns. They are godly. They are alpha. They're the best drink. Shout out to Harry because he got me on the piss. So, Harry Bragg got me on the Great Northerns. Respect that. It's a bloody good drink. And if you don't drink alcohol, I know you're gonna live until you're 100, but I'm sorry, but you gotta drink alcohol because alcohol is so good. And when you drink alcohol, right, probably about 100%, legit 100%, your food tastes better when you're drinking alcohol. When you have about 3 to 4 drinks, McDonald's, the meal of McDonald's becomes a 5-star bloody food, and you'll all love it for it. So, respect the alcohol. Do not drink too much, but drink safely. That is the most important thing. You can get drunk whenever. I do not give a shit. But drink responsibly. Do not get liver cancer. We don't want you guys on your bed, on your deathbed saying, oh mate, I just had too many drinks, and you die. We do not want to see that on the podcast. We do not want a curse on the podcast where people are dropping like flies because of me. So, make sure you drink responsibly and gamble responsibly. Do not gamble. And drink Great Northerns. That's all I'm going to say. Respect. You got to absolutely respect that, alright? So, I've done beer reviews. Now, I'm going to talk about why periods has many definitions. Now, period can mean 4 things. 1, a period can mean a duration of your day or set period of time. So when you're at school, when I was at school, I had 5 periods a day, and it was painful because they were hour long. A second definition is blood coming out of the V shape, okay? It's coming out of the V shape, and you know, blood is everywhere. It's on the floor, it's on the bed sheets, it's on the curtains, it's on the wall. Like, it is painful. And girls, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Why did God attend this? That's why Jesus will be there for you during that time. Also, another definition of period is just time. A periodic table, you got period. And also period could mean, all right, mate, I've had enough of this. I'm sick of your shit. Period. I'm sick of your shit, period. That's also another definition. And it can be harmful, periods. Really can. So shout out to Chenga that put that question up. Periods can be harmful. It can be dangerous. Blood's going everywhere. You don't know when it's going to stop. But make sure you're protected, please. I'm begging you. Please be protected. If you have a girlfriend, please look after her and be the best man ever, okay? You got to look after her extra special during those times because they can be painful and pretty bad. Now, let's talk about the best segment of this podcast is footy banter. Now, this round was another round without any Victorian games, and also it requires hardcore stuff. It was bye round, so people doing fantasy are coughing up stuff. So, the Friday night game, Melbourne versus Brisbane. Melbourne, alpha team, Brisbane, pretty alpha. They clashed, and Brisbane at half-time were winning. And then Melbourne came back and won the game by 20-something points. Brisbane, they just missed that mark in that game. They're competitive, but they just missed their mark in that game. Melbourne are officially the grand final favourites to win the premiership of 2021. They have beaten Brisbane. They have beaten Richmond. They have beaten Geelong. They've beaten Bulldogs. They've beaten Sydney Swans. They are pretty alpha. They've only lost one game. They've won 11 games now. They're a pretty alpha team, and I respect that. And they deserve all the love. And I totally respect that because they're such a alpha team, you know. You gotta really respect that. So yeah, it was really cool to see that. How Melbourne were playing pretty alpha. You know, Petrarca, Clayton, Oliver, Max Gawn, Pickett, Jake Lever, Stephen May, James Arms, Bailey Friedrich, etc., etc. Tom McDonald. You got to respect those players, you know. Now, Saturday I was at work and I was at the Dreamtime game, which was Essendon and Richmond. And Richmond kind of won that game. It was sad because Essendon were winning in the fourth quarter. Alec Warnwin kicks a goal. And it was bloody brilliant from him. And I loved that he kicked the goal. They nearly won, but they fell out in the last 10 minutes, and that really sucked. It's quite depressing, actually. A lot of people do not like Richmond here, so yeah, we'll wait and see what happens in the Richmond Eagles game. And then also, on that same day, there was a few games, actually. Adelaide played Collingwood. Adelaide, how can you lose to Collingwood? Collingwood are trash. And you let Jamie Elliott kick 6 goals. It's embarrassing. it's embarrassing. I thought you guys would be 17th, but you're like 15th. Won a couple of surprise games and then you lose to crappy teams. It makes me mad, you know. Really does, makes me mad. And it sucks that I tipped Carlton against Eagles. I should have tipped Eagles, but the injuries, but they're still playing good and Carlton are just crap. Get to that later, but yeah, Adelaide. I just want to like shout at their faces, you know. They're just such a disappointing team to watch at the moment. And also there was another game on, which was Western Bulldogs and Dockers, which was on a Sunday. And yeah, can we just say that Dockers have got an injury crisis now? Nat Fyfe injured, Sean Darcy got injured, Brennan Cox injured his hamstring. It was so bad. It was like a train wreck just happened, you know. It wasn't good at all. It was really bad. And it was very sad. And Bulldogs are just a pretty alpha team, so they easily won it. What other games were on? Carlton and Eagles. Carlton played shit. Eagles played amazing. SCG, they won their first game there since 1999. Eagles kicked a lot of bags. Liam Ryan kicked like 4 goals. And it was a pretty good game. And hopefully they get really Rioli. So hopefully Eagles have got their confidence back and they can start winning games more. Because they have struggled at times. St Kilda, who do they play? Oh yeah, Saints and Sydney Swans. That was pretty close actually, pretty close game. Saints got the bags, of course. Saints kind of drifted off and Sydney Swans got it in the bag and that was quite nice. It was quite nice to see. Absolutely pretty decent team, Sydney Swans, and I reckon they'll make finals. So yeah, that is my footy banter of this potty. Probably got about a few more topics to talk about. Hopefully it goes probably for 40 minutes. Talk about people going blank. Now, my best friend Romy, so when I said to her, what topics do you want on this podcast today? She was like, maybe you should talk about, I don't know, when my brain's blank, I'm blank, which was sad to see. It was very sad to see in the heart, you know. It's very, very sad times, you know. I felt like crying. And yes, her brain stopped working. Has anyone brain ever gone blank? And you know they can't think for shit. And that nothing you know goes into their brain. They can sink it in. It just comes out. So yeah, just comment below if your brain today is blank, because a lot of people's brains are pretty blank, aren't they? Especially Romy's brain. Romy's brain doesn't work sometimes, and I have to donate brain cells so that her brain, you know, functions properly, and it makes it all better when it functions, the brain, to a certain extent, make it all better for her. So, you know, she absolutely deserves more brain cells. So comment below and donate some brain cells. So I'm going to leave a description and just put in a link to donate brain cells. So please donate some brain cells for Romy, because she needs them, because her brain is blank and it needs the brain cells 100%. Now Melbourne is suffering another type of variant. It's called the Delta variant. Why can't they just say the Indian variant? It's not racist. So yeah, the Delta variant's going around, and there was like 9 cases or something today, which is absolutely sucks. Why does it have to happen near Romy's birthday? It absolutely sucks. They've been in lockdown for far too long. And like, they're trying their best, but then this stupid guy ruins it for the millions of people that live in Victoria, and it absolutely sucks. And I want to go there at the end of this year, but it's just shit, you know. That feeling, you know, it's just fucking shit that they have to go in lockdown. This stupid fucker spreading COVID around. So shit. It's fucking shit, you know? Fucking shit. Fucking shit, you know? It's so bad. And I hate it so much. And I hate talking about COVID because my brain cells all die and I pretty much turn crazy. Now let's get into some deep TV shows and movies. So let's do 5 movies, 5 TV shows, and I'll talk about them. So, top 5 TV shows. Not Game of Thrones. Fuck Game of Thrones. It was ruined for me. So, Vikings. That was a brilliant TV show. It had a lot of amazing characters. No spoilers, alright? There's Ragnar, there's Lagerfar, there's Athelstan, there's Björn, and all the other sons, Hivitsik, Ube, Ivar, not so good, Ivar, them sons finding it out, and it was bloody good. It was a bloody good TV show, and I absolutely loved it, and I absolutely adore it very much. Another TV show I like, The Walking Dead. Brilliant TV show. It's going on to its 11th season, which will be its last season, and bloody hell, it's really good. And I love it. It's bloody good. It's a bloody good TV show, and it deserves the praise that it's getting. It's just really good. And you got to respect the characters, and you got to hit up this movie that's going to come out in the next couple of years, which is the Rick Grimes movie. It is going to be good. It's going to be one of the best movies ever. It's either going to come out later 2022 or 2023, and it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be one of the best films of all time. So check it out, you know, check out The Walking Dead. Third TV show, Fear the Walking Dead. Surprisingly, there was a couple of seasons which were really shit. Season 4 and 5 especially, you know. Season 6 has really gone so good. It's so good now. It's so good they were able to revive a show that was dying. And it was so good to see characters brought to life, and now I'm starting to like characters that I didn't like previously. It was really good. Now it's a really good show, and Morgan from The Walking Dead's on it, so you gotta check that out. It's pretty good. If you like, you know, zombies and apocalypse stuff, should really check it out. 4th, Stranger Things. Stranger Things, good show. You gotta respect Stranger Things for what it is. 11, Millie Bobby Brown, she's an alright actress. I only like her in Stranger Things. She's a little bit annoying, but you know, kids actors, you know. Will's great, Mike's great, Dustin is a goat, Lucas is alright, Hopper is a goat, and you got the mum, she's a nutter, but she's great. But yeah, it's a bloody good TV show. I absolutely love it and adore it.